Welcome to the jungle. Nah, Guns N' Roses is a little too harsh. She is not happy with me. Let me show you why Mama Redbird ain't happy. She built her a nest in here in my tomato jungle. See here, I'll give you in and put you in and give you a peek at them. Little baby cardinals. I'm sure you can hear her in the background, her high-pitched tweaks. Anyways, I just picked some tomatoes and threw out some rotten ones. And let me just give you a quick garden tour. We'll go real quick. As you can see here, the purple Russians have grown up, grown over, and they're growing up. And you know, if you straightened all them out, you saw me, well, I don't know if you saw me in there. Here, let me do it this way. We just keep pushing them back on the roof. But you can see where they start here and how they go up, they grow over, they catch on to this, they go up even more. Yeah, those are purple Russians and mortgage lifters on the end. This is about what you expect out of Arkansas travelers. They never really leaf out. They get summer blight bad, but they still produce a lot of, you know, pink tomatoes. And as you can see, pretty well loaded up. These three plants, this cage, and this cage, are all Arkansas travelers. There's our determinate varieties growing in our containers. They are from the bottom of the container to the top about probably 5.5 foot tall, maybe 6 for this one over here. But as you can see, they're still producing. Here's a ripe Tasmanian chocolate right here. Got a little cracking on the top, but kind of a brownish, greenish, chocolate colored tomato. Very, very good patio container tomato. Tasmanian chocolate. Highly recommend it. My little blueberry bush, you can't hardly see it for this sacred basil, which is taken over. And next to it are the purple hull peas, which you can see we're starting to make purple hulls. So it won't be long, we'll be picking those. Over there are the Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I think they're Kentucky Wonders or Blue Lakes. I can't remember. Either way, they haven't really started making any pea pods yet, but they've sure covered that trellis all right. Here's something we need to talk about. This is paprika peppers here. I had 4 of them. I lost one to disease. Looks like I'm losing my second one to some kind of disease. I don't know. I got a ton of peppers off these. They are great for stuffing. Just cut the core out of them. Let me set this tomato down. If you will take one of these, and I picked these yesterday, so I'm not going to pick any today. But they get a little bit bigger than this. Cut the core out of them. They are a good, thick-walled, sweet pepper. Better than any bell pepper you're going to get. I got them to make paprika out of, you know, where you dry them and grind them. And that's my problem. I ground them after I dried them, and they're orange. They're not anywhere near red. They're not colored anything like paprika, and they don't taste like sweet paprika. They taste like you just dried red bell peppers and ground them up. So it's a good flavor. It's just not paprika flavor. And so I'm not going to grow those again. Back here, this is a jalapeno tree. Let me show you this. I mean, you can see how tall I am. Yeah, it's in a, you know, it's 8 foot above, or 8 inches off the ground. But still yet, look at how tall that is. Here's the other one next to it. You get an idea of size. That thing's about that big around down at the base. And I've picked it regularly. I pick a pepper just about every morning to put in my eggs. So I come out here and pick a pepper or 2 every morning, and then 2 times I have picked like a big basket full of peppers, and then put them on the smoker to make chipotle out of. And I actually have some in the dehydrator right now. So if they don't make another pepper, I could pick these again and make my third batch where I fill the dehydrator up with smoked jalapenos. So the peppers are good. I'm going to get rid of this one, and let me show you these peppers over here. The reason I wouldn't grow the paprika peppers anymore is because I would rather grow Hungarian cheese mix. These are yellow, orange, or red. This little one here in the front is red. This one's red. That little one there is yellow. These also make a great stuffing pepper, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think these are a better stuffing pepper than the paprika peppers. So Hungarian cheese mix. I picked these yesterday, but you can see how many green peppers are still on them. So you don't pick them till they turn red or yellow or orange, whichever color you have, but I prefer these. We'll just go down the list. This one's coming out today. This is a bell pepper. This is a bell pepper. Got one on it. They never really, they just weren't proficient this year. Look at that frog. Check that out. Get around here. Ain't that weird? We won't disturb him. But those are bell peppers. Over here are called lunchbox. These will turn red and orange and yellow, and they get about that size. They're sweet pepper. They're kind of shaped like a big jalapeno, but they're sweet pepper. These are the Numex. I got one or two turning red. I'm gonna let these go to red and roast them. Cayennes. I've been drying cayennes and grinding them, making cayenne powder, chili powder, or what do you call that? Cayenne powder, red chili pepper. I've been dehydrating them and grinding them in a spice grinder and making my own red pepper to put on stuff. So anyways, I've done that twice. I've probably got a big size, you know, a large spice jar full and a little bit more, and I've got some in the dehydrator, and I'll let all these go red. If they make any more, I'll have plenty of red pepper for the winter. Anyways, let me show you some other things here. See these little tomatoes here? These are Golden Sunray, and they are a really good yellow tomato. This is also a Golden Sunray. Look at the difference in size. The other plant that we have in the garden is in a different bed. It doesn't make near as many tomatoes, but they're all this size. This one makes way more tomatoes, but they're all golf ball size. They came out of the same packet of seeds. They taste the same, other than size, and I don't know why. This bed's just as fertilized as the other. I don't know why, but that's the difference. Look at there, side by side. Huh. And then here, as I've told you before, these little golden pears. These really are our favorite salad, popping tomatoes, snacking tomatoes. If we back off and look at that, you can see, here I'll just put I'll put the camera back here. Here's me in the yard. So if I'm gonna pick those, I'm gonna need a step ladder. But they are a very, very, very prolific. There's just 2 plants here. And we give these away, and I take them to church every Wednesday night, and I give them away every Wednesday night, and I eat them, I throw them in salsa. I do them every possible way that I possibly can, and I still never come close to eating them all, and that's off 2 plants, and we like them. So that's the garden. That's how everything's doing. We're still getting tons of tomatoes, tons of peppers. We're fixing to start getting purple hulls. And sooner or later we'll be getting some pole beans. But we've made salsa 3 times, like a gallon or so at a time, maybe a little over a gallon at times. And then we've made out of tomatoes, we've also made rotel, the tomatoes, like for putting in cheese dips and casseroles and stuff. So we've canned some, we've made salsa and used it, we've made salsa and froze it. We've made salsa and given it away. We've sliced tomatoes. We've ate all we could possibly eat. We've given away a bunch. We're still getting tomatoes. So bumper crop this year. Done all we could do with them. Still getting them. Still going to have more to go. They may go to frost. Peppers, same way. Peppers always seem to come on last. They sit there and sit there and sit there all through the spring. And then when it finally gets hot, they start making. Other than losing a few to, I don't know whether it was heat or disease, I've still got multitudes of peppers. I mean, multitudes. I've still got tons and tons of peppers. And anyways, I have been drying them primarily, drying them and grinding them up for powder and using them as spices. And I'll probably keep doing that for a while, and when we get to the end of summer, I'll can some and have some pickled peppers to go into winter with. So that's your garden update. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for following along on the channel. I really appreciate it. It feels good to be back and actually have some time to get in the garden. Now I got to pull some weeds. I hadn't been out here, other than just picking fruit, I haven't been out here doing any real work, weeding. I've watered it a few times and I've picked a lot of vegetables, but I need to get out here and get to work this week. So thank y'all for watching. Welcome to the jungle. Nah, Guns N' Roses is a little too harsh. Jungle love, it's driving me. Nah, Steve Miller Band, a little too psychedelic. Run through the jungle. Nah, not CCR. What describes this garden? In the jungle, the mighty No, I give up.